The following lesson is an excerpt from my book called Guitar Triads, Building a Functional Understanding of Chord Construction. You can pick that book up on Amazon, and we'll leave the link in the description. My name's Lloyd. Today we're going to talk about chord construction. Now, it doesn't matter what style or genre you play in, you've got to know this. You've got to be able to get around the fretboard and understand how everything works, how to speak the musical language of harmony on the guitar fretboard. So to begin with, here's a C major scale. And when we take the first degree of that scale, the third degree, and the fifth degree of the scale, it gives us a C major triad in root position. Root position meaning the root of the chord is in the lowest voice. Okay, so there's a C major chord. All we need for a C major chord is three notes, C, E, and G. When we play bigger chords like this, or this, wherever they are on the fretboard, all we're doing is different arrangements of exactly those same three notes. Okay. Now, as far as what this chord would look like in notation, there it is right there, C, E, and G. And when we invert that chord, we go C, E, G, take the bottom note, put it to the top. Take the bottom note, put it to the top, and let's do that again. The first one, root position. The second one we call first inversion, second inversion, and back to root position an octave higher. And that sounds like... Okay, and that's what the way we're going to look at these exercises that are coming up by approaching them in terms of inversions. Now, as I said off the top, what we're going to look at today is not only inversions, but how they're expressed in chord scales. So when we build a chord, like I said, in tertian harmony, in the case of a C chord, we'd have C, E, and G. If I wanted to build a D minor chord, we'd have D, F, and A. And in this case, it's still in root position. All of these now are, I'm going to stick to root position. And then from the E note, we go E, G, B, root position. That's an E minor chord, F, A, C, F major chord, G, B, D, G major chord, A, C, E, A minor chord, B, D, F, B diminished chord, and then we return to the C chord, C, E, G, an octave higher. All right, so we call these the chords in the key. This is the harmonization of the C major scale as it happens, just with this, just expressing it in terms of root position triads. So the one chord is a C major, the two chord is a D minor, the three chord is E minor, the four chord is F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C. Now what we're going to do is work this across the fretboard. And essentially what you're doing is you're playing three scales at the same time. We're playing a C major scale from C, right? And we're playing a C major scale from E. And we're playing a C major scale from G. Right, and we're just doing that three times. Now, if I were to play just exactly what's written in front of me here, I'll try to make sure that I want the reader to get each one of these. D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. So that is exactly what's written here. Hey, if you're learning something, if you're getting something out of this video, make sure to like and subscribe, ask a question, leave a comment, or buy me a coffee. Thanks. However, that's not nearly as comprehensive as we want it to be, because we want to extrapolate this idea across the entire fretboard. So now we're going to take a look at the string set of 1, 2, 3, playing triads in a chord scale, starting with A minor, going to B diminished, C major, and D minor, E minor, F major, G major, and A minor. An octave higher. Let's go back down. A minor, G major, F major, E minor, D minor, C major, B diminished, and there you go. So that's on one string set. We're playing all the chords in root position, meaning that the naming note of the chord is in the lowest voice, and we're going through the C major scale. We're only using the notes in the C major scale. Now, this same thing is going to apply to absolutely every key, whether you're in G major or E flat or F major, it doesn't matter. These same chord voicings will show up in all of those keys. But in the teaching profession, we always seem to start with C major as our baseline reference point. Okay. Now that we've got those chords on the first string set, we're going to move to string set 2, which is at the bottom of the page. And here we have E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, C major, D minor, E minor, an octave higher from where we started, and then E minor, D minor, C major, B diminished, A minor, G major, F major, and E minor. Now, it might be worth mentioning here that as you're doing this, you could hear the scale, right? You can hear that it's a chord scale, and it's a very comprehensive way of learning how chords are put together up and down the fretboard. It's not like a little chunk of this and a little bit of that. And that's usually the problem with YouTube teaching generally. There are some guys out there that try to do the real thing, but as a matter of fact, I watched one video today that person just did a 20-minute video and they never picked up a guitar. They just talked about it. So the idea is that you can actually play what you're thinking. We're hopefully increasing your understanding of how the fretboard works and how the musical language works. Okay. So I was going to say that you'll probably notice that when you play these 3-note triads, there's an E minor, right? And obviously it's a shortened version of this big one, right? Here's an F major. That's a shortened version of this bar chord, and you can see, right? So it's good to visualize those things and be aware of those things as we move forward. Okay, and now C major, string set 3, strings 3, 4, 5. There's a C major chord, root position, D minor, root position, E minor, F major, G major, and A minor, B diminished, and then we're back to C major and moving down, just checking to see that it's still reading. F, E minor, D minor. All right, now, what we're doing here is we're trying to be as comprehensive as possible. I'm using this word comprehensive over and over again. We're trying to get a complete version of the fretboard. Now, I'm not necessarily, but that doesn't mean I'm saying that you're going to be playing tunes with triads like this. What it's doing is it's giving you all the possibilities in root position, and you can also begin to cross once you start to feel comfortable. I'll show you what I mean. C major, D minor, E minor on the next string set, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. So if I just did all of that on the one string set, I'd have to end up all the way up at the 12th fret. So the idea is to start crossing the fretboard and getting moving not only horizontally but also vertically across the fretboard and connect all of these triads. This is something that you can build into a practice routine. I would highly recommend it. It's just so important and so essential that you understand the guitar in this way, rather than, as I said before, doing things in little bits and bytes, picking up this one little bit of information and that little bit of information and expecting that you're going to be able to construct a rational, reasonable view of the fretboard and the musical language. It probably won't happen. Bottom string set, G major. Gets a little heavy down here. A minor, B diminished, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, and G major. And E minor, D minor, C, and A minor, and G major. Okay, so that fills up the entire fretboard using chord scales. All of the chords are in root position. Now remember what we said at the beginning. We said that we're starting with a C major scale, right? And this is all still in the C major scale. We're just expressing that C major scale in chords, or in this case, in triads. So as you work your way across the fretboard, it would probably be a good idea to, I'm just on the first string set, to continue to reference the C major scale. You get the idea. Okay, so eventually you feel comfortable with connecting chords, no matter which chords you're using, with the scales that those chords originate from. All right, I think that's going to be just about it for this one, and I hope you take this seriously and work through your chords the way the guitar is meant to be used in terms of harmonically or polyphonically speaking. This is I like George Van Epp's idea of calling the guitar his lap piano. This is very much a lap piano approach to learning about how chords, how harmony fits together, how the musical language fits together in a practical way on the guitar fretboard. All right, that's good. That's about it for today. Thanks for stopping by, and if you have any questions, please let me know. These page excerpts here are from my book called Triads and Chord Construction, which you can pick up on Amazon if you so wish. We'll probably put in the cover in editing. Okay, thanks very much. Have a great day. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye.